Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa. Welcome back. I'm excited because this is going to rock your world. If you have dry skin, combination skin, oily skin, this is perfect. Wayne Goss is a genius. But I have put my own little spin into this. Now, he did not add one ingredient that I'm going to show you that I truly think it made a game changer for my face, and it may for yours as well. So if you want to know what you got to do, just keep watching. Okay, so we're going to get started with moisturizing our face. Now, I'm going to add some element to this that he didn't use, okay? So if you have really dry skin, you're going to love this added thing that I'm going to add to it. But the first thing I would do every morning after I do, before I put on my day cream, all my creams and stuff, I love to use the Ordinary. This is the Ordinary cold pressed, 100% cold pressed rosehip oil. A rosehip is seed oil. Put a little bit on your finger like that and dab it together. And this is what I put underneath my eyes. Now, somebody last week came back and commented that they use coconut oil. Now, I've never used coconut oil, but I'm intrigued by it. So I may just try to figure out what kind she used and give that a try. You know, you never know. So I do have to let this sit. I do like to let this sit on my eyes at least 10 minutes. Just so that it sinks in really well. Then this is the day cream. You definitely have to moisturize with this. His first step is moisturize, okay? So moisturize. This is Uology. This is by Younique. We have a whole skincare line, and I use it sparingly. You don't really have to have a whole lot. So I will just start putting that on, just like this, all over my face. But I don't put it right underneath my eyes, okay? I don't. I let that sit in. If I do, I just tap it really lightly there with it. You can bring it down your neck, go up. And then the very last thing that I do before the lines around our mouths, because we have lines here, little bitty tiny lines all the way around. I love to use Younique's Beauty Serum Oil. Oh, I love it. It's like gold goodness, girlfriend. And take a little of that, like this. And then you're going to go and go all the way around your mouth, like that. See that? I'm looking in my mirror as I'm doing it. This really helps to soften the lines and your lips and get you ready for whatever you're going to put on your face. Now, the next step, the one step, I'm moving on to a step. Now, he used some kind of glow. He did. He used some kind of luminizer. I'm skipping the luminizer today, okay? This is a cream luminizer. I could put it on my face, and that's what he did. But I'm going to use something else to give me that glow. What could it be? Okay, the magic ingredient is BB cream. BB cream is a tinted moisturizer. I love these. This is the color Honey. I'm going to use the color Honey. These come in, I can't remember how many different colors, at least 8 different colors. Perfect, perfect, perfect for your face in the summertime. So what I decided to do, or give it a try, this is not what Wayne did, this is what Lister's doing. And I took a little bit of the BB cream in my hand like that. Mixed it together, and I just dabbed it all over, and I put it right over my lotion. Like this. I love Wayne's tips, but it's always good to kind of figure out something for yourself too, you know? If you have an idea, try it. You never know what it might do. My husband's sneezing in the background. Thank you, honey. The joys of life, right? There we go. It's so fun. I got the best husband ever. Yeah, I do. All right, so there you go. You're going to leave that just like that. Then the next step is we're going to add powder. Did you notice I didn't use face primer? I did not use face primer. We did not use face primer in this tutorial. So I love Laura Mercier, the translucent powder. Here we go. I got some in my lid already. And we're going to take this huge fluffy brush. This is a Younique brush. I love this brush. It's so soft. You're going to take this powder, girlfriend, and guess what? You're going to put it all over your face. All over. It's going right all over all the lotions that we just applied. He says this makes it foolproof. Now, I have been wearing this for the last 2 weeks. The humidity in Alabama is ridiculous. And so this has helped me tremendously with not my face, not my makeup like melting off of my face. Even when I sweat. course, I'm not out running a marathon either. So if you're running a marathon, that might be a little different. But this has really worked for me. I love it. I absolutely enjoyed doing this every day. And then when I added the BB cream to it, the BB cream gives you a little bit of a tint of glow. And it comes through after we put on our liquid foundation. So before I add the liquid foundation, I'm going to go ahead and add my concealer. This is Younique's concealer. It is skin solution. It's wonderful. It's got skincare in it. I love it. Now, however, it does dry pretty quickly, so I only do one eye at a time. And basically, I'm just going to scrape off what I don't need. Less is more. Look at that. I don't hardly have any on here. So we're going to dab it right here. And we're going to dab it right here. That's all I do now. I don't do anything else. That's it. Less is more, especially when we're older. And if you've got a lot of crepiness, you can use this as a moist blending bud. And what you're going to do is just bounce it in. And I'd already put just a little bit earlier there before I did my eyes. I did a simple eye look today, uncomplicated. And then I blend out this side and blend it up into my temple, just like that. There we go. And I do like to bring it onto my nose. Now, that's a personal preference. I like that light to be all in this area. And then just kind of bounce it and push into your skin. And now we got to do the other side. We do the other side the same way. Take this out, scrape most of it off. It's a process, isn't it, girls? Yeah. As you age, you have to do everything so different. Used to, you do that big V down. Oh, my goodness. I can't do that anymore. So the less you use, the better off you're going to be. I'm going to bring it up on my nose top slightly. And I do kind of bounce it across the top of my nose. I don't know why. That's just something I've just started doing. Works though. I blend this on out. You know, I hope I bring you something of value every time I pop on here. That's real important to me. If you have a lot of questions, or maybe you have some tips and tricks you want to give me, please do. I love that. Because just like that, the oil, that coconut oil, I'm intrigued by it. I really would like to know if that really works. Now, you notice I did not put any primer under my eyes for that because I am going to use a setting spray. And I take the setting spray, I let this set just for a second, and then I turn my mirror and then I look down into the magnification, which we all hate. And I will pull this out, and if I see anything sitting there, I take this and we just kind of lightly press through it, just like that. Let me see if there's any, yep, press through it. We have lines, people, it's going to get in it. It does. You can't help it. But you can get rid of it. You can pull out what you don't need. And then you're going to take your setting spray. I'm going to use Younique setting spray. And I'm going to spray my finger like this. A couple of sprays. And I'm going to tap it between the fingers. And I'm going to lightly just do this. Yep. I set it with this. And that's all you need. It works like a charm for me here. And, you know, you don't have the powder now. However, I will come back and set it with powder in the end. And then I'll tell you another little tip and trick as we get to the end of this. So if you go back and look and you see that it's really has settled a little bit more, maybe you use too much, I'm going to show you a trick of how to kind of counteract that as well. So the whole concept of this is you're going to use less makeup. You're going to use less foundation. If you use stick foundation for this or liquid foundation, it helps give a nice little barrier. And he says it's foolproof. I've been doing it for almost 2 weeks now. And I love it. At the end of the day, my face looks really good. I don't see it broken down in places. I don't see my pores popping out either. But I have only done it with a liquid foundation. So just shake the liquid foundation. And the thing about it is, if you have a lot of redness in your face, you might want to use a little darker powder, you know, to help cover up the redness. I do like the Laura Mercier, though. It's wonderful. I have my notes in front of me. I always have my notes. You see me looking down? Yes. This is called Liquid Gold. Now, this is retiring, unfortunately, and we're getting a brand new liquid. foundation. Pretty much everything that Younique is doing now, they're adding skincare into every product, which is fabulous. I love that. But you've got to shake this up. Empty whatever you're using, make sure you empty. If you have a dropper, make sure you empty that dropper back into your foundation and shake it up really well. Now I am going to use a brush. I'm going to use a powder puff brush here on this end. This is Younique's brush. It's a powder brush, and this is for concealer on this end. I don't use it for concealer, but who knows? Everything, you create your own. You create your own ideas of what you want to do. I'm going to put like 5 drops of this. See that? 5 little bitty tiny drops. And we're going to just kind of dot it across our face. And see, I need it right here with the redness, okay? I have a lot of redness around my mouth. Now, I'm not doing the top. We're just going to do this bottom first. And we just start blending this. And you will be shocked. I was shocked at how this went on over the powder. And it just became like my skin. Look at that. And when I used the BB cream gave me this beautiful, like, tanned, I don't know. I didn't know how to describe it. When I got done using that, I was like, wow, that's a game changer. It gave me such a more youthful look. And I was like, girl, I'm doing this all the time. Yeah. And now I'm going to use like 3 drops at the top. You know, my forehead is not big. Bounce it across there, and then just start blending. Come down between, and make sure you don't try to get it in your hair. Hold my hair up. I should just pin it back, but you know me. This is me in the morning time. And now that I've been doing this routine for a while, it's so easy to do. I don't have to really think about it. I just do it. I absolutely love it. Now we are going to add some bronzer. I'm going to bronzer to my face. I'm going to add some, I think I'm going to use some lipstick for my blush today. What do y'all think? I think I'll do that. I'm going to get my hair done today, so I'm trying to do this before I go. And then this afternoon, girls, I am having micro needling again. Oh, yeah. I'm excited about that. So I'm a little scared. This is my second round. I have to do 3 though, 3 of them. So don't worry, I'm making a video and I'm going to put it on here, and we're going to see what my results are. Now, when I get here with these pores, I kind of go in circles in different directions. That way it kind of diffuses those pores and they're not popping out. So you can try that trick too. So this is buildable foundation coverage. If you want to have more coverage, I'm not really worried about peekabooing things out. I want it to look like my skin, and that's the reason I really love this technique. Now at this point, he suggested that if you have really dry skin, that you don't come back and do this part down your T-zone area. He feels like if you have oily, normal to oily skin, that you need to come back and add the powder to the T-zone area. So that's what I did. And I take a little smaller brush so I can have more control over where I'm putting this. And he says, put it through here, right through here. Pop it all through that T-zone area. And he said it will set it very quickly. It sets very quickly. And it does. It does. He is so smart. I wish I was that smart. He is. He's like a genius. When it comes to makeup, if you don't follow Wayne Goss, I would suggest that you do. One day, hopefully, maybe in my dream world, I'll get to meet him. And I would just stand there and probably not even be able to speak. Because he's kind of bigger than life to me. I have learned so much from him. But I did add my own spin to this. Now, you can add your own, style if you want to, which is perfectly fine. So now we're going to move on and to add my blusher and bronzer. I'm going to add just a little bit of, I'm going to take a really light color. This is Sunset. And I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use this brush that I just used for my foundation. I'm going to wipe it off just a tad. So I'm going to basically just use the darker side of this. That's what I want to do. I don't want the shiny side, because I am going to add luminizer to, so I don't want to be too glowy, but I do want the bronzer kind of effect. And if you're like me, I love my Wonder Stick. I don't know if you use a Wonder Stick or not, but this is NYX's Wonder Stick. I love it. It's dual-ended. One side is lighter, one side is darker. So you're going to take, I like to take the dark side here. the dark side, and go right underneath my jawline like that. It gives you a nice little jawline. Look at that. But you got to blend it in. Don't leave it like that. Let me use my kabuki brush because it doesn't have anything on it. And we'll blend this and blend it downward, right underneath. You don't want to walk around with lines on your face. Nope, you don't. I'm thinking about adding a little light to my face, just a tiny bit. But what do you think about this technique? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. I think it's the most simple thing that I've done in a long time that actually, truly works. Okay, girl, let's add our blush. This is not blush. This is lipstick. This is Splash Liquid Lipstick in the color Snarky. Don't you love that name? So you're going to take this. I'm going to scrape a little bit of it off because you don't use much of this. It's beautiful. We don't have a cream, a blush, so this is what I do for my face. I love it. So you're going to start right here at the corner of your eye, come down, find your bone right there. We're not going to come any further this way with it. We're just going to dot it right up through here and just like this. See that? Isn't that pretty? And then you blend it in with your finger. And yeah, we're putting this right on top of powder. I love it. Look at your skin. Look, your skin just looks fabulous. I am just obsessed with this technique. I am. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's do this side. Got two sides. Must do two. Find your corner of your eye. Find your bone right here. That's where you want to start. And just dot it right up like that. And then blend it in. Now we are going to put a little bit of a luminizer over this. I'm going to use Pearly. Pearly is kind of a copper luminizer. It's beautiful for summer. And I love to put it right over the top of this. And then look and make sure that you have it even. If you have it even, then you can keep going. I love it. Just gives you this little hint of color. I love that. And I could put powder blush over this, but however, I really like this. I like the color of this. It's beautiful on your lips as well. Now this is my broken luminizer. This is this is Pearly. And Pearly is like I said, kind of a coppery shimmer. It's, oh my gosh, I love it. I'll link everything below that I'm using, okay? So, and I'll tell you where I used it. So pop this like right over what you just did. And boom, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to go finish up my face, like my brows and stuff off camera, but look at the finish. I want you to see how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. Oh, you must try this. Just try it. You never know. You live and learn all the time, and if you don't try something new, you're going to miss out. So try it. Wear it a couple of days. Do it a few times. Get the technique down. Come back to this video, walk through it, or go to Wayne's video. I'll link his video below. How about that? I love his videos because they're short and sweet, and he's simple and to the point, and that's what I like. But I added my own little flair to this one. He did not use BB cream, and I did. However, I like the effect of the BB cream on my face, especially if you have the dry skin, okay? You will probably love it even more. I don't have really dry skin. I have combination, you know, T-zone oily skin, and the BB cream works great for me. Okay, so before I finish up my under eyes, I usually come back and look one more time just to make sure that everything looks good. And if there's anything I need to do, I will do it at that time. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes, I guess summertime, it depends on what year it is or time of year it is. Sometimes you can just get a little bit of dryness here. And so what I like to do, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Mine is fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do it. You're gonna need the rosehip seed oil again, and you're gonna need your little tiny blending bud, okay? You need your little blending bud. I like the little ones because they're easier to use under our eyes. I don't use the big ones anymore. I used to, and I would always mess it up. So what you wanna do, this is still moist, by the way. You're gonna put just a little dab of this oil. Then you're gonna take it, look in your mirror, and you're going to press it right into here. Right into here. Just like that. And sometimes, depending on how cakey it is, sometimes to me, I might add a little more product. But what you want to do is sit back and look at it. Look at it and go, okay, that looks good. Because what that does is it softens it. It takes away any kind of cakiness that you may have right there sitting there. And then what I do is I take some of this beautiful Laura Mercier and I take my fluffy, this is a bullet brush by Morphe. It's a Morphe M530 6, I think, if I can see. Tap it into here. You can get these at Ulta. I love Morphe brushes. I do. Tap it off and tap it off on your hand, and then just lightly I'll press it into that area. And then I can come back and add, you know, a little bit of bronzer, which is what I have on my eyes. I can take a little bit of bronzer. Where's my bronzer? Here's my bronzer right here. I'm using the Malibu, Color Malibu. And you can take a nice little brush, just a fluffy little crease brush, dip it into the darker side here, and then you can come underneath and do, that would be my finishing touch right there. This right here. Just adding a little bit under here. So it's a real easy eye look. If you're wondering what it is this bronzer with the darker side. And I used a liquid eyeshadow in the color Reverent, which is also still available. And the best thing ever for your mature eyes. I'm not kidding. There are so many women who have bought the liquid eyeshadows and absolutely love them. I love them because they're simple and easy. And this is a really easy eye look. I added a little chocolate liner called Proper. All of that will be listed below, though. What I've used for my eyes. And I'm going to stick on a little bit of Hottie. Girl, you got to have some Hottie. I usually put Hottie on before I start everything and let it sit for a while. And this is a lip plumper. You will love it. It's got peppermint oil in it. But it's beautiful on the lips. And see that? It gives me just a nice little sheen right in the middle of my lips. Okay, there you go. Up close and personal, what do you think? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this foundation routine. I think you will too. Give it a try. And you know what? I'm always here on Sundays. So come back and try to learn something else from me. I swear I try to give you something of value. And if there's something that is bothering you that you'd like for me to try to touch on, please put it in the comments. I'd be happy to do that. So please like and share and click that notification bell. And I will see y'all back here, back in Alabama, next Sunday. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.